Hello, hello, hello.
Get yours off.
My Wi-Fi is
Oh,
off. Yes.
there was a lot of comments just popped up all of a sudden.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, y'all. I don't even think I saw all the names. Landon, Christy, there's Miss Londa, Cheryl, Susan, Jimmy, Sue, Jody, Cynthia, Kayla. There's Catherine. I'm not speaking to Catherine right now. Christy, Mary. I'm just going to have to say hey, y'all, because they're starting to roll too fast and I'm losing track. And I'm going to miss somebody and I don't want to make anybody mad.
You gotta say hey, Sarah. She's our
Sarah's the unofficial secretary. I'm not.
All right.
I'm not bothering to speak with Catherine at the moment.
You'll elaborate in a minute.
Well, our kids have been at G&G Farm.
They have
today.
They have. It's been pretty quiet around here
for a little birthday event, and look, she said we need the Catherine story.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep it very simple. Farmer Rhett, when we were picking him up, instead of putting on his shoes, came out, sat down on the couch, and continued eating his freeze-dried Skittles that he got from Catherine. And he's full of cake and cupcakes and
everything.
Lord knows what else.
Hot dogs.
Well, yeah, the hot dogs are okay. It was them on a sugar high. But no, I'm just joking. That they had a great time with Catherine. But I have been told that we need to be watching for something.
Mm-hmm. And we don't know what it is. So guys are going to find out when we find out.
Y'all will see at the same time we do.
All we know is we're supposed to be looking for Mr. Tony to put out a video on Campfire and Countryside. And that's all that they would tell us.
So, if you don't already know it, Catherine at G&G Farms, her husband Tony has a channel called Campfire and Countryside. And I talked about it on one of our videos when I was putting the pins into our H braces, leaving it out a little bit for my tension wire. I learned it from Tony. Mm-hmm. He had picked it up off of a video somewhere, and he was telling me about it. So I tried that. Well, you need to be watching his channel in the next few days. All they told me was the next video. Our kids did something. We don't know what, but you're going.
That's scary.
you're gonna see the Chestnut Hills kids on his channel. I don't know what.
Oh, that's scary. There's no telling what they said and did, and how blue their face was from.
Lolene asked, does Catherine sell her freeze-dried stuff online?
Catherine,
you're gonna have to answer that one because I'm not real sure. Christy just subscribed.
Good.
So good deal. We don't know what the video is going to be, so I can't give you a warning. All I know is they said to be watching.
Yeah, that's right.
The kids wouldn't tell us. They just said we need to be watching Tony's channel.
Yeah.
So
there's no telling.
We'll find out when it happens.
Spent the day outside running amok and playing with Catherine and her grandkids. You can't sell online unless you have a commercial.
Okay, she doesn't have a commercial kitchen license. So
thanks, Jill.
Lolene, there's the answer.
Mackenzie, you're gonna have to keep Millie in there because she's in here trying to get in my lap. She won't sit in my lap, and she's knocking everything.
Oh, Stephanie said Aunt Judy is trying to hatch and raise an emu, and we're going to be the adoptive parents.
She did tell us that she was going to try, and we were in her video.
Well, we were in the video about her pigs. Her pig that she rescued.
Oh, well, I haven't watched it yet. So we're also going to... We did talk about emu eggs.
She called or texted me when she got the piglet rescue.
I was part of that.
She said they told her it was a potbelly, and I said, no, Judy, that's not a potbelly.
Oh, it was part of the live today.
Oh, we were in her live today. Well, we haven't been on YouTube at all today
We
yet.
haven't been on anything yet today.
Oh, we went to church. We had to take the kids to G&G Farms, get back for a class at church. Went back to pick up the kids and came in just in time to set up for our live. So
we still have to go feed the animals when we get done here.
Yeah, we still got to make a trip to the farm.
Yep.
But so I haven't seen the live yet. Her last video.
We did know that she was getting some though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we knew that, and we talked about it, and it'd be fun to see if they hatch.
Worth a shot. But she's incubating hers.
She is, it's hard.
And they're waiting to see if Nugget's going to sit at Cog Hill. Cog Hill's been talking about that.
Brooke found 4, and she's going to let nature do theirs.
Yeah,
it's
she's
so
not.
Much easier.
She said she's not incubating anything.
But Judy doesn't have that option because she doesn't have an emu.
That's right. Yeah.
So she can't just let nature. She's going to have to do it herself.
Yeah, they're just waiting to see if Nugget's going to sit.
I don't know. I don't
know either.
I don't know if Nugget has that daddy instinct in him.
I think Jason doesn't think he does.
I just don't see it. I don't see it as much as we've seen Nugget. I don't think it's in him. There's the other half of the mischief makers. Campfire and Countryside.
Tony, you ought to be seeing a little bit of an uptick. There's some people that's gone to subscribe just to see what those kids got into today. We don't know yet.
Some people sell online and risk it, but I just don't risk my cottage law license.
Yeah. Well, she said that she buys them at the mall, I think is what it said.
Locally. She wanted to support a small business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brooks said last year that Goldie laid 16 eggs. Wow.
Well, that would have been when she was at her other farm,
right?
Though, right.
Right. But I mean, it's time for eggs to start. So she's at 4 now. So she's liable to. You never know. I mean, with that many, even if you just never know, that's a lot of eggs to not get any kind of incubation on them.
Right.
Yeah.
Tony said he made a peach cobbler in a Dutch oven.
Ooh.
And I didn't see any peach cobbler coming home with kids. There was bags and bags of candy and hot dogs.
You know why? Because Tony went outside and ate peach cobbler while Catherine was inside sugaring up them kids and playing football and soccer and flying kites.
She loaded the kids down with sugar. But we're just waiting to see what the video's all about.
I know. They told us Mr. Tony made a video, and that's all we're saying.
And that's it. That's all the information we got. I may have just sent all these people into some kind of hornet's nest because I'm not going to know until they know.
I know
it. I don't know what kind of video they're in.
Tina wants to come snuggle with Cinco and her crew and then go snuggle with Dexter and friends. Hey, they like all the lovins. Throw sticky hands at the wall and flying kites. Yeah.
Gosh.
I'm glad you did all that with them.
Yeah, so maybe they'll be tired when they get here.
Red will probably crash. Chance is walking around right now with his sunglasses on in the house. Like, do you see him?
Yes, I know.
Random Okie. They do a lot of incubating emus. They have several emus and do a lot of that incubation. Huh. There's your cousin.
Yep. I see my cousin Missy's on here. Yeah, they're my cousin.
There's Sneeds right there.
There's
We were
Judy.
just talking about Aunt Judy and her emu eggs. And
I've already been informed I need to go watch your live from today.
Because we're getting emus if she... I'm all for it. We'll put them in there with some goats and we'll go, hey, goats and hey, emus. Wouldn't that be so cool to have emus? Nobody around here has emus.
Brooke and Jason's like 5 miles from us. They got emus.
They're the only ones that we know of.
Oh.
Nobody around here has alpacas either.
I don't have my regular reminders on here. Y'all go hit the like button, do all that good stuff. Make sure that you don't miss us and you hit the like, let us know you've been here and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Nellie needs an emu. See, Catherine needs an emu. We'll just have them all out there in the country.
Then everybody's gonna have emus, and then
Not
you're not
everybody, just
original.
our friends.
Oh,
we need both. We do. See, we need alpacas and emus. Wouldn't that be great? Americans have more pet emus than Aussies.
Yeah, but y'all have them just run around wild, Jody.
I thought that was kangaroos.
No, don't they have emus wild? Australia, New Zealand.
Should get a kangaroo.
No.
Who has a kangaroo?
Didn't
Hidden Heights.
Is that who has it?
Yes. I think everybody's telling to like and subscribe now.
Oh yeah.
I told everyone on my live to beg y'all to let me hatch and raise you some emus. You go right ahead. I just need you to hatch them. Once they're about this big, that's when I want it.
Stick it to the screen. So,
which one?
Either one. It doesn't matter. Christy and Londa, all of them put it on there. I need them to hit the like button and all that good stuff. That keeps us going. See, Jody says they're in the bush.
Emu in bush.
I think that would mean out in the wild. Like, I don't know.
I'm not sure. Eddie family did have. Okay, so maybe it was the Eddies that had the.
They did. Eddie family did have one.
I knew it was either them or Hidden Heights had the kangaroo. I couldn't remember which one. I just haven't seen it in a while. Okay, they sold him.
Gosh, Cece said they can't. She can't have birds bigger than her husband. That's why I say no to the ostrich. The emu is smaller. It's okay.
That's right.
I almost said Eddie family. I thought that they had a kangaroo, but you said Hidden Heights. Well, maybe I was wrong, but I thought Brandon
was
had
one of them had a kangaroo. That was before we watched them a lot, but I did remember seeing one. She found eggs for $30. Oh, that's good. That's pretty good for us.
Good for emu eggs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, in the zoo. She's only seen emus in the zoo.
Oh. I thought they were like wild in Australia or New Zealand or somewhere. That's what I thought. I don't know.
How much are they normally?
I don't know. I've seen them on up there.
Like $50, $60, $70.
I think, didn't White House on the Hill pay like $50 to $100 per egg?
That's what I thought too.
And I think the first batch I haven't watched that channel in forever. Mm-hmm. But I think the first batch they had, none of them hatched. But then they got another batch, and they were like $50 to $100 an egg or something, I think.
Yeah. What do they eat? They eat bird food. Like there's a specific kind of food because they're just like your.
Hey,
birds.
Linda Bowers. Linda is new to the channel.
Fairly new, yeah.
Or fairly new to the channel.
I think they eat a kind of chicken food, not really chicken, poultry food, because they have the same thing as your chickens and your turkeys and all that. They all have
food. It's a special ratite food.
Right. Yes. Reptile bird food. Yes. Like a crumble. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes. It looks like a crumble. That's what nuggets looks like.
That's what his is, a crumble.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Because they have, what's a crop as well, where the food goes in, grinds up, and all.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know
emus have a crop?
I think
I did not know that.
Now I have to look because I'm saying these words, and I thought I was dead on it.
Well, I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't know.
Emus, there is no crop, but a mucous membrane is arranged in the esophagus.
So they've got a totally different design.
They can satisfy a large portion of their daily energy needed from the digestion of plant fiber.
Well, Catherine, I was right to make her second guess because she has it highlighted that there is no crop, but they've got something different that's kind of like a crop. Sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
It's part of their long esophagus.
See?
It allows distension when bulky foods are swallowed.
Oh.
Okay. So there's extra stuff in their throat. So that way if they digest something big, it can distend from their long throat to swallow.
Gotcha.
I swore they had crop.
Judy says she wants to hatch it. She just can't keep
I know where it can go.
it.
I know exactly.
Zoe's steadily putting up fence to keep all kind of stuff in.
Mm-hmm.
And I did look because somebody brought it up on here about the height the fence needed to be.
Yes.
So I was looking when we were out there the other day, and there is plenty of height left on those wooden poles for me to run
Yes.
a wire around the top of it.
Correct.
To extend that height. So
you know what I actually thought about doing? I thought about putting a strand of those of light pulled tight around that, and that would also act as another barrier,
Well,
it would give the sense of the fence being that much
I still
higher.
want one strand of electrical around it because of predators being able to climb that field fence.
She said emus are endemic to Australia.
Well, I don't know what endemic means either.
I thought you were going to explain it and I would know what it meant then.
Mm-hmm. Zoe's sitting here just having to Google everything because
regularly occurring within an area or community.
So they are native to Australia.
I thought, I was going to say that, and you're going to be, that means they're everywhere.
Dawn threw me a curveball. I didn't know what endemic meant.
I was trying to put you on the spot there.
I wish I'd have known, but I didn't.
Hey, Brenda. Hey, Pam.
I didn't have a clue.
She said that's why they eat rocks, to crumble it up. Makes sense. Hey,
Well,
Carrie.
Judy's going to be my best friend if I let you have an emu. Well, Zoe can have an emu. I don't care. Well, it's them dang alpacas I'm avoiding. But no, I want to put one strand, kind of like Jason did Moody's fence.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it for a different reason.
Yeah.
I'm doing it to keep predators from crawling over the fence. Yeah. Because when we get that fence done, our birds are going to be in there.
Yes.
So it's at least to keep them out, and I'm going to run a hot wire at the bottom to keep them from crawling through.
Yeah.
But it will also add height for other animals in there, and we had plenty of room on those wood poles. I looked.
Yes. Oh, yeah. There's plenty of room. Hey, Ursula.
Catherine asked, am I doing a strand of barbed wire at the top? I'm doing electric at the top.
Everybody's got her back. And Judy said you give her the go and she'll get the eggs. Wait, do it. 2 thumbs up. Do it. 2 thumbs up.
We're not on an Apple product. We're on the laptop. That only works when we're doing it on our phone.
Oh, dang.
God. We can't do the fireworks or nothing.
She said the field fence won't even slow a fox down.
No, it won't. Absolutely not.
No, but we could do a 1 strand of electric.
I'm going to do it electric at the bottom and at the top. But
a bottom outside, right?
So see, field fence wouldn't keep coons or anything out because the squares are going to be big enough for them to get in.
Yeah.
So I've got to handle the predator issue separately. All I'm worried about is keeping the goats in there. To keep predators out, we've got to do something different.
Yeah, and we're getting that puppy from Brandon and them. And if you've noticed, it lives with all the goats and the birds. So it's already exposed to that too. So it's going to come in and live with goats and birds. And I think that's going to be a great thing that's already going to be instilled in it. Christy loved how Chance was attentive to you and saying, yes, sir, and yes, sir. That's something we've made sure our kids do. It comes pretty natural now.
Our kids got it hammered into their head pretty good. But then again, not only does his football coaches insist on that, but now his head football coach is his baseball coach.
Everything he says, you say yes, sir.
Yeah. So
you acknowledge verbally.
Yeah.
That. So
Chance is in that habit more than anybody because he's constantly having to say yes, sir, to anything. Mm-hmm. Here, at practices and everywhere he goes, he has to do that. So it's good that it's good that he's that way.
Yeah, Clack said you need an Anatolian.
We had an Anatolian.
And
Even it was before YouTube.
Yeah,
We
and
had
that's not
Roscoe.
out of the realm.
No, absolutely not. I love
love-
Anatolians.
Yeah, I would love
But
to have a
we've
good
had
one.
really good luck with the Pyrenees too. But we had Roscoe, and Zoe had 2 baby goats. This was way before YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Zoe had 2 baby goats, and someone actually stole them from the farm. Their collars and everything were there.
Yes.
So a predator didn't drag them away. Somebody got them.
Yes, came in and got them.
And Roscoe was still there, and he never left that barn. He would sleep on the bush hog every night.
Mm-hmm.
And when the goats were gone, Roscoe left.
He did.
He didn't have a job anymore, so he just left. I think you said you saw him one time after that, didn't you?
Yeah, I think he went up the road to another farm, and
yeah, Roscoe abandoned us.
He wanted to work, and we didn't have anything for him to work with, and so he went somewhere he could work.
Now, Tony's comment makes me feel 100% better to know that they were doing it when we weren't there.
That's right. I had no doubt of that.
Tony said they said it at other people's house.
Hey, Joel.
So that's...
Hey, Miss Martha.
I'm glad, because you never know how your kids are going to act when you're not there. I mean, I hope that I know, but you can't be sure.
Well, we know how they act with us, and kids are always going to...
I hope they're better than they are with us.
Well, there's Kevin. It's time to go.
Yep, live's over. There's our way out.
Just kidding.
Kevin finally showed up, so we can cut this off now.
Melba said Hidden Heights has an Anatolian.
Now, they have like litters of Anatolian.
They do. I know. I was trying to talk you into getting one of them too.
Come home with a Pyrenees and an Anatolian
That's
puppy
right.
all in one trip.
We're going to have to rent a U-Haul instead of a SUV.
Just to bring puppies back.
Yeah.
We'll be like Nico, just take a kennel around with us.
Yeah.
I had a couple of comments this week that I wanted to ask about.
Okay.
I can take that off of here. But I wanted to ask y'all about it. I already know, but...
Oh, Pam, happy birthday. She said it's her birthday. She had cake and ice cream, and her husband bought her flowers.
Well, happy birthday.
That's so sweet.
I got a comment, and it had to have been on an old video because we haven't touched this subject.
Yeah.
But the comment was actually on a live.
Oh.
So I didn't understand it. We're too preachy.
Oh. Okay. I don't even know how to take that.
I don't either. I wanted to ask them.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. But the comment said y'all are too preachy. Stick to the farm. And those.
I guess we're not supposed to talk about our life.
I don't know. I wanted to ask them. That's why. I wanted to ask the people on the live because Catherine, I have no idea.
Jody said pushing church too
But
much.
were we pushing it or just saying that we went?
Well, I mean, even if we share an instance on a video or a live that included faith content, does that mean it's pushy?
Well, yeah, that's kind of my question. Maybe they meant peachy.
Staying peachy around here is what they do.
Because I know
that's our motto for our town is keep on being peachy.
I know that would be plenty of people here, or maybe that watch the video or anything, that might not be believers.
That's right.
And I'm not here to push it on anybody. I would share it.
Yeah.
Just to, I think I talked about that in a video one time. Penn and Teller, the magicians. Well,
now
one of them I don't even remember which one at this point. I don't remember. I was reading in an article, and he said if you were a believer and you thought that I was going somewhere because I didn't,
Yeah.
then what kind of friend are you if you don't tell me? Even though he's not a believer.
Right.
Well, I'm not trying to push it on anybody.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Jody says sometimes she thinks it's pushy. Well, I don't intend to be.
and that could also be the difference in our regions too. You know, that might not be. This might just be off in left field, but we're from South, raised. It's a Bible Belt where that's just how we address things. That's how our
so it could
culture,
just be taken a different way.
It's the culture. Yeah. Like,
well, I just for anybody that thinks that, I don't intend to be pushy about it, but
perception.
I did want to ask, and it could be that if it's different areas of the country or different areas of the world,
That's what I mean.
They may take it a different way.
Right. Yes. Like,
but,
and it, where we are, everything here is, more religious. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, that's what
she says. America is more religious than Australia. Right. Well, I still don't want it to come across as pushy, but then again, I've got to agree with that side that if I believe that there is a salvation there, and if I don't share that, then someone else could live their eternity in misery. What kind of person am I if I don't tell them, hey, look, there's potential there for you to be in misery.
Right.
But I just didn't want to be preachy.
Right, yeah. Well, and that's okay. And
I didn't know what preachy come across though. I wasn't sure.
And the fact that Jody realizes, she sees that.
Oh, she's been with us a long time, so she wasn't the one that made the comment.
Yeah, we value her comments.
No, Jody, you didn't. It wasn't you.
No, and just saying that that her still staying
Black
with
said
us.
People call him a redneck and they think it's an insult.
I know, yeah, right. I mean, and it's just, that's the difference in our different cultures and our different locations and all is this is how that's our life. It is what it is. And the fact that it may seem to be a little much that they're still sticking with us is because they know that even though it might be to some people, they know that we stand by that too.
Well, and Dale just pointed that out, that part of our logo is where faith and farming come together. Yeah. That's our faith, and we share that faith. I don't want someone else to think, oh, you're beating me over the head with it.
Right.
I'll share it with you.
Yeah.
If you let me.
Right.
But I hope I'm not going to just beat you over the head with it,
Yeah. Yeah. Don't let others influence. Yeah. So if they felt that way,
was, and before it even gets to that, Jody is trying to do some explaining.
Yes.
Jody was not the one that made the comment. She's been with us a long time.
Yeah, she's good and faithful to us, and we love her.
So no, it was. I don't want anybody thinking the wrong thing. The comment was made by someone, a name I had never seen before.
Yeah, and we get those periodically.
But I had to ask that question. I was like,
we try not.
What did I do that was so preachy?
We know there's a sign going down the interstate. How do you say what it says, because I don't want to mess it up.
The one
about
down there
going
in Prattville?
to hell. Yes.
No, and that's been on the national news. There are people with T-shirts that has all over that. It's this big sign. It's private property. The guy can do what he wants. He says, go to church or the devil will get you.
Or the devil will get you.
And there's like T-shirts with that on it.
And I mean, me, that's kind of pushy, you know? And I'm like, oh, that's a little much. That's definitely not the way that you
Yeah,
deal with
there's
someone's
Catherine
heart.
just said it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm telling you, I have seen that on T-shirts.
Yeah, I
And I was
know.
like,
I
that's
know.
so funny because it was on like.
It's almost like a landmark. People will say, I'm passing the sign, and you know where they are. It's blatantly there.
Well, you know that sign has actually been replaced.
Yeah.
It was there for so long, they actually
Had to
did
put
a new one.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's just.
I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Either way. So, Zoe and I were talking today. And y'all are already going to know who it is, but I'm not trying any name dropping here. Someone got a new piece of equipment. I still like to refer to it as a toy, but it was pointed out that it's a tool. So, either way, I was just pointing out to Zoe, I was like, just imagine what we could do with those kind of tools. And Zoe thinks it would be a good idea if I rent a mini excavator to let her be on it.
And Nick said that he would get it for me, and he is going to put me in the woods and put me somewhere and tell me to dig. That way, if I mess something up, it wouldn't be where anybody could see it.
You know, Rhett's got his little excavator machine, little sit-on toy, and I put him where the garden is and told him just dig to your heart's content.
And he does.
And I told Zoe, I said, I could do you the same way. I could just put you somewhere like Rhett where it doesn't matter what you do and just let you dig away. Matter of fact, I think I'll put you where we want to have a pond. And
yeah. Just go at it. That way you're not messing anything up.
I said, you just dig all you want.
Yeah, she said, I love Arms Family's tools versus toys. I know. I'm all about some new tools.
I still think to me, it would be a toy.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a tool.
Yeah.
And I know that they're just joking back and forth. It's just life insurance up to date. I'm not going to get anywhere near her while she's digging. That's why Zoe's so nervous on the tractor. She was backing it up for me to hook up a piece of equipment.
And I almost smashed him in between the equipment and the tractor, and it scared me half to death. I was squalling.
She let the clutch out a little quick.
And it took me a long time to get back on that big tractor.
She hated that tractor forever.
And then that's when I decided I was going to teach myself how to bush hog because you were working so many hours and couldn't do it. And I got on there and did it.
And it's when I had pneumonia.
Yeah, you were sick.
You were bush hogging when I had pneumonia.
Last summer, yeah. Yep.
Hey, Nico / Natalie.
Yeah.
I'm betting probably Nico, but we never know.
I bet it's sure. Pharaoh. It's Pharaoh.
Pharaoh is 10 months.
He is.
10 months.
He is. I love it. His little Aunt Zoe's baby.
Like Gary, Cassie dented Gary's shop building. No, Zoe tried to dent me.
I tried to break his kneecaps. A man was arrested for murdering his wife with a tractor. Nick's gonna do that to himself.
No.
Every time I go do something and Nick gets on that tractor,
I end up with my head bleeding.
You do. I know, my sweet Pharaoh. Somebody asked about my name. Did you see that?
I didn't. What did it say?
Asked if it was my name or a nickname and how I got my name. Can I elaborate on that?
Sure. What?
Okay.
Jody, what was last week here?
Oh, there. The murdering his wife on the tractor.
Oh gosh. So that was in Australia.
Yeah.
Oh wow. It's Nico.
So my name is Zoe, Zoe.
And what she gets called Zoe a lot.
All the time.
You got called Zoe today.
And actually it's supposed to be Zoe.
Zoe. I didn't know you were so fancy.
I'm telling you, I'm special. You got
a bougie Zoe.
The 2 dots over the E is how it was originally supposed to be. and it means life. And when my mama was pregnant with me, they had a family friend who had a daughter named Zoe, and they died in a car wreck, very tragic car wreck. And so, in honor of her, they named me that. So, my name is actually Zoe Danielle. And because my dad's name's Danny, I was named after my dad for Danielle. And Nick always says my name is Zoe.
Well, everybody else mispronounces it. I might as well too.
You didn't think I'd say it, did
I
you?
did. I was wondering though, since you said Zoe,
Zoe.
I had
Yes.
no. You never told me to call you Zoe.
You call me Zoe.
You didn't tell me it was so bougie with the little dots and
You know,
everything.
it's even worse.
I've never seen you write it with the
because
dots.
I don't. Because when you type it, you
Oh,
can't find
you
the little
think-
dots.
If you think for 1 second I'm not going to start calling you Zoe, are you serious?
Did you? But you know what's even worse?
I bet I can get the people that we know right now. I know that you can think of 3 of them that call you Zoe, that I can get them to call you Zoe.
Well,
without a doubt, you are Zoe from now on.
Yeah, I'll start introducing. Hello, I'm Zoe. Zoe.
Golly, I can't believe I found that out on a live that your name is Zoe. We've
Well,
been married for 6 years and you never told me your name
you
was
know
Zoe.
what? When we get done with this, I'm changing the title to "He Didn't Know That Was My Name."
Yes, that's the title of our live week. Is that Nick never knew your real
She
name.
put a little line over the A.
Y'all, when we get off here, we're changing the name of this live to Nick didn't know her real name.
Yeah.
Or Nick didn't know my real name. How about that?
Well,
You told me that on the live. That's like finding out something on like Jerry Springer or
did
something.
you not ever? My daddy always called me Zoe. Yes,
No,
always Zoe Danielle.
I never heard him say that.
He sure did. Always called me Zoe.
Never.
He'll say, "Come on, Zoe."
I never heard him say that.
He said, "Hold down Alt, type 0235 to insert." Look, he
Now we
did
even
it.
know how to put it in there.
Oh my goodness. So yeah.
Zoe.
But you know what's funny is that my initials, my last name was Taylor. So my initials were ZDT. You know what that makes? Zit.
It does not.
Zit. ZDT zit.
Yeah, kind of.
It does.
Yeah.
Because I always hated it. I was like, my parents named me Zit. Zoe's
That is
hard
so
enough. Now I'm
funny.
Zit.
I can't believe that. You never told me that.
Ask my mama. She'll tell you.
I've never seen it anywhere with the dots over it.
It's supposed to have it, but they never did it because it was always hard to do it.
Then why bother?
Well, that's how you say it.
Yeah, but if they weren't going to write it that way, why bother naming you
Well,
that?
that girl's name was that.
Oh.
It was in honor of the little girl that passed away.
Her name was Zoe. Now yours is.
No, it is now after 30
It
blank
is
years.
now. Me and 170 other people are calling you Zoe. Great.
Now you gotta make a note of that, right?
Duh.
You gotta go in and change my name on your
Well,
phone to Zoe.
do you know, I was thinking today when I was putting my notes down, I was like, what do I want to talk about on the live and everything? And you never know. I mean, people can start putting stuff in the comments and we won't even use our notes. We'll just talk about whatever everybody else is talking about.
Mr. Jim, he's got it down too.
But I actually was thinking, well, I don't have a Zoeism for them this week. We didn't have another one. Did we? Well, I guess that's your version of making up for a Zoeism.
It's a Zoeism.
Zoeism. So, since I don't even know how to write that. But since we didn't have a new Zoeism for this week, I guess we just changed her name.
Oh, so we start all over. Now I like
Zoeisms.
the bougie version.
That's
Asma,
wow.
Dad has always called me Zoe.
I never heard him say that.
You just,
or I didn't pay attention
that's
to
what I
it.
say, it was just more gooder. Yeah.
Londa, it rarely ends up going by the notes anyway. It's kind of little reminders.
She said, just wing it. It's more gooder.
Yeah, I put in little reminders just for stuff I want to talk about because we have gotten off the live before, and I was like, golly, we forgot to talk about so and so.
A Zoeism. See? None your business. It's none your business.
When you were asking me why we wasn't putting fence on that end, telling me ain't none of their business.
She did this.
I didn't think she would bring that up, but I do say that to her sometimes.
Yeah.
The meaning of your name? What does your name mean?
Life. God's kind of life, actually. A God kind of life.
Oh. Well, all right then. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
If you hold the E down, yeah.
I have to start doing that now.
Zoe smells the burn.
Yes.
There's so much to do with that I never even knew. All right. Talk about the video. We've had a couple people mention it, and you dropped that bomb on me that I didn't even know what your name was. We've been married 6 years, and I don't even know you.
I'm telling you. You didn't ask. You didn't ask what my real name
I actually did ask you your name many times, I suppose.
Just once in the very beginning, but it was kind of hard to type.
And you lied to me.
No, it was hard to type.
It wouldn't have been typing the first time I met you.
That's true. You keep talking, no telling what Nick will find out.
I'm beginning to wonder. Deb wants to know how the two of us met. Very simple. Playing pool. Very simple. I was Cliff. I'm not. I don't know if I'm married because we put the wrong name on the marriage certificate, so it may not even be legal.
You don't know which version of me you married? The bougie country or just the country?
It may not even be legal. We have the wrong name on the marriage license. You falsified documents.
That's what my driver's license says. It's easier.
It's fake too. Catherine, we played pool together for a little while. Zoe
3 seasons.
Zoe joined the league with me and started playing a little while. I was a much different person then. When I met Zoe, I was actually not playing league. I was gambling. I was playing for money. I mean, I'm just going to tell y'all the honest truth. I was playing for money at the time and met Zoe, and the rest is history.
We played league together.
I quit playing league pool when she was pregnant with Rhett. And I haven't played since.
No, we quit playing league pool.
You were pregnant with Rhett when we quit.
Okay.
I know that to be an absolute fact. We quit because after he was born, I wasn't going to play anyway. So when that session ended, we left. Does your birth certificate have the dots?
No.
Then that's not even your name. You can't just add dots.
Well, that's what my name was supposed to say.
Well, intentions and what's on paper is two different things.
Well, I guess it's on there.
How did I get my name? Is it a nickname? Kinda. It's short for Nicholas.
So Rhett's name is Colson.
Colson Rhett, yeah.
Means son of Nicholas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Colson means. You have your middle name is your dad's first name.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all are legal. Christy said her dad hustled pool to take her mom out on dates.
That's cool.
I wasn't doing it for a living. I was just doing it for fun. But I was doing it.
We went to Vegas and got to see all that. It was pretty cool.
So, what? Just say what?
So, AEIOU.
Oh. So I will elaborate on that. I had been to Vegas to the national championship tournament 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
And on my 5th trip, I was dating Zoe, and I asked her, did she want to go? And it didn't take long to convince Zoe that she needed to go to Vegas on a vacation. And I didn't hit one ball the entire time I was out there.
We didn't even take our pool sticks out of the case.
Nope. I took my cues with me, but never even took them out of the case. Turned in a complete tourist and showed Zoe everything I could think that she needed to see, and never hit a ball.
And it was hot, dang it. It was hot.
Richard said I was playing pool for money and walked away with the jackpot.
You have to say it too for it to be true.
He's the one who said it. I think I did, Richard.
I'll say some days he don't agree with that.
Well, it came out. I came out on the top of that one. Did I ever run into a guy by the name of Jeremy from Indiana? It's very possible. I honestly don't know. I run into a lot of people, and probably some from Indiana, so I honestly don't know.
That's right. There was lots of people. Yes, he did. What?
Edwina.
Edwin S.
I think that's supposed to be an A, though. The pronunciation has been messed up for 65 years if you do it right. I would think that was Edwina.
That's what I
But I think that
Edwina.
She's trying to say Edwina.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, yeah. So, Nick has always wanted, she said you went from gambling to farming.
Yeah.
He's always wanted to fence in our property and put cows on it. When we went on a date, we came back by and he showed me the farm that your dad had.
It wasn't really a farm. I showed you the property.
And told me I want to fence it in and put cows on it. I said, well, all right. That's not me, but we'll do it. And I was like, it'd be cool to have a couple cows that I can pet. And we kind of went from there. I mean, and it just transitioned and started building on dreams and prayers. And
we started doing it a different way, though. I mean, and we've talked about that before. Everybody around us fences in their land, put cows on it. That's just
everybody around us does that. Yeah.
And when we started talking about, and we talked about that in the video too, when we said we were going to do rotational grazing and all that, people just look at you, you're going, what? That kind of thing. So.
Yeah, Edwina. But rotational grazing worked really well for a little while, but it's time for permanent paddocks.
Well, some permanent paddocks. We'll do rotational grazing with chickens.
The meat chickens.
And when we live there and add pigs, I will still rotate them.
Yes, because we've seen the benefits of it.
And we will have multiple paddocks so that we can move them. Mm-hmm. It just won't be a daily move like a lot of people are doing for a little while.
Yeah.
And definitely not with goats. Goats, that doesn't work out. We tried it. It didn't work out for us. It may work out for some. It's a good thing if you can make it work.
If you can use net fencing, electric fencing for goats, by golly, you got it.
It's just the net fencing didn't work for us with goats. And we will move them. It's just going to be that their paddocks will be more permanent fencing than the net.
Right. Yes.
Does that make sense? But the goats are still going to move, because if you don't, then it's just going to be bare.
Right.
We will rotate other things through there because those animals' parasites are not the same.
Right. Yeah. And we're building that one paddock now to get the goats inside of a permanent fence. but we have plans to make more of those same paddocks
Yes.
as well, so that they can rotate through seasonally or by monthly. What would that be called?
What?
Bi-monthly?
Bi-monthly?
Like
Like
every
every
other
2
month?
months?
Yeah, just every other month or so. Just something to help. Keep them moving, but not daily. It'd be
That wouldn't. The chickens would still do a daily move. And like I said, the pigs never moved daily, but you only leave them for a set amount of time, get the ground disturbance you want. It helps build your soil, and then you move them then.
right.
That's what we would still do with pigs, but the pigs aren't going to be back until we're actually living on the farm because that's so labor intensive.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Which is fine, and it works great. It was not feasible with us living off the farm. So we would do that at a different time.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You're on the fencing. We still got to talk about the video. We've had people mention the clips and all kinds of things, and we have not looked at that.
The clips. So,
well, we haven't talked about the video really at all. We got some questions on it, and we didn't do it.
Yeah. So, as y'all saw, we did the other run. If you watched the video today, we did the other long side of the fence. All we have left is the back short and the front short where the two gates are going to be. And we found clips. So doing the other clip, the common fencing.
Your standard T-post clips.
Yes.
They're standard.
They were labor intensive and it was taking us forever. And it was a lot of manual.
When you were doing clips, we had a lot of comments about y'all go watch the walkers.
So we watched.
I had already watched them.
We talked about it and everything, and that was a great.
I told you to text Cassie and find out where he got them.
It's a great idea, and it looked like it worked great. So you started looking into it, and you came across this other one. You're like, this is even better, I think, because it just pops on.
It didn't require a different tool.
Right. It didn't require any more tools.
The ones that Gary have a special socket that goes on your drill or whatever.
Which would be simple too. You just flip it on back and you drill it and it spins it and you just fold it.
They were great.
Good. But in your researching, you came across these.
Mm-hmm.
And you watched it and you're like, look at this. It just clips on one side, go the other side, clips on, and you can, or you don't have to, bend the ends. And somebody in the video asked, what would we do if an animal were to knock the clip loose? And I said, we can prevent that from just going back behind and bending the ends over, and there's no issues at all.
Yeah, but it's still not like standard T-post clips, especially with that field fencing. Trying to bend it, it's fine putting it on there. That's easy.
Right.
And if you're doing 4 or 5 strands of barbed wire and got plenty of room, those go on quick too. They really do.
Right.
Not as quick as these, but they go on pretty quick because I've done thousands of them.
Right.
But I even have a tool that twists them, and it's great. But these, you just press on. It's under tension. It's really good. And me personally, just because goats like to rub up against things, stuff like that, I'm going to take pliers and just bend them back real quick, but you don't have to actually twist them.
Right.
And that field fencing, it's hard to get your pliers through there, fencing tool. Even the tool that's made for bending those standard clips, you have a hard time getting it through that field fencing.
Right.
But these, I can pop them on there, and all I got to do is bend those ends down, and I don't have my goats hurt or anything.
Curl under, and nobody gets hurt. Yeah. Stop yawning. Got me yawning. Sorry.
Londa even mentioned I'd be more worried about them hooking their eye on one or poking their eye on one. Yes. And that's why I want to bend it down. But still, with that being clipped on the fence like that, I mean, it's going to take like 2 seconds per clip to bend that down to where nothing can get on it.
All you got to do is get you a pair of pliers and just push down. It's bent.
It's going to be very easy.
Tony said you need him to bring that little silver goat over there.
No, she'll be fine. That little silver goat's gonna be just fine where she is.
Yeah, tension. The tension is the actual built-in tool for those clips.
It is.
It is, and it's great. And I was speculating on it. I was like, I don't see how, but you put it on there, that fence didn't move. It just did not move.
To bend the end of the clip simply with a long hollow shaft
Yeah.
tool. There's a special tool for those others with, that's got a hinge in it, and you use that leverage to bend. These are going to be simple to do with anything.
Yeah.
But
it's simple enough that we could hand chance a pair of pliers and say, okay, go crimp the ends.
Oh, yeah.
And he can just go through and mash them and it will not come off.
In the video, I didn't have the exact numbers or anything, but as she was mentioning about the bend being the tension, it's engineered at like 1,200 pounds or something on that bend.
Yeah.
But you just, once you clip that on there and it's been around that T-post, it doesn't come back off.
It don't. I know.
Kevin was asking me, Kevin from Our Way Out sent me a message and was asking because he had looked at those.
Yeah.
And he was skeptical too.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm going to order some to see if they work. And they really did.
I wish, the fence is tighter now than it was. The other side seems to be. And
a lot tighter.
I wish we had looked into it last fence.
Londa told Tony that when they were up here in April, they're going to swipe that pretty silver goat and Zoe, when Zoe isn't looking. When Zoe isn't looking.
I'm going to bring her with me to the meet and greet so I can keep my eye on her. Put her on a harness. She's walking.
She can be pretty loud, but she's more friendly than the other babies.
She is. It's the prettiest goat I've ever seen. I bet it don't even smell like a goat. She don't.
She actually doesn't. Oh. Yeah. I was trying to see if I was missing anything. I'm not really. Oh, on the clips. I said it in the video, but somebody wasn't listening. I just ordered the clips. I bought them. That wasn't a commercial.
Oh, no. I wish they'd send me some, though, because I'd be happy to put up some more fence.
The only paid promotion we've done was the high seat boots, and that's because we've done it like 3 times.
And we love them.
We've gotten a lot of emails and stuff from different things, but we've just never done any because I'm not that good at it and whatever.
That wasn't what we needed.
That wasn't a commercial. I was showing you something I was using. Those people didn't send me squat.
No, we bought them out of our pocket.
I went online and ordered the darn things. There ain't nobody sent me. I wish they would. They could send me some if they wanted to. But
might have to go back and tag them in the video.
But I got a comment that said you just did a commercial a couple weeks ago. No, this is not a commercial. I'm just showing you what I used. It is what it is, but I bought those.
Christy messaged me and asked
39 days to the Okie Homestead Expo.
Gameplay. Christy messaged me and asked me what was some good recommendations because some people were telling her to get an Airbnb. She said, I'm just one person. I don't need a whole house and all that expense. And I told her where we're staying and I told her how great the place is.
Our experience with Airbnb to Gatlinburg was very, very good. We had a very good experience, but we had a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Longhorn Lester's gonna start in a few minutes. Yeah, we don't overlap with theirs. Yeah. We're about to be ending here in just a minute. I don't try to overlap Lester. Who's gonna compete with Lester? I'm not.
Well, we what was that?
Oh, Janine heard me say it wasn't a commercial.
Yeah.
I wanted people to know, hey, look, I'm not telling you this is great because they sent me a box of them. I bought a box to see if they were, and I'm telling you how I like them.
I don't know if y'all watch Brandon and Stephanie's lives, but we've all planned a trip to go to the Ark.
Now, don't throw that out there yet, because I think part of that was joking. We're still going to the Ark.
Well,
I don't know if they are.
If they go to the Ark, then we can get us a Airbnb and just all stay in one right there together in that town.
Now that's
It'd
possible.
be just as cheap as renting hotel rooms, because we all got kids. That'd be a bunch of us.
Oh yeah.
We can find us a little house for that.
Yeah.
And go to the Ark and the creators. I can't remember what it's called, but the Creation Museum.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we need to remind them March 22nd, 23rd, Zoki Homesteading Expo. We will be there, Pryor, Oklahoma.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to it. I love that event.
Mm-hmm. The Ark, the Noah's Ark boat thing.
Yes, ARK.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's wrap up. Everybody needs to go watch Lester.
And we got to go to the farm.
We do. We got to go feed, and they got to go watch Lester.
All right. Bye, y'all. We'll see y'all next week.